requirement of their income is 100,000 kasi maybe tatlo yung anak. So let's say for example, tatlo yung anak plus mag-asawa. So 5 family members. That 5 family members, kailangan ang kanilang income requirement or LICO ang tawag doon, mayroon silang $80,000 for that 5 family member. I'm just setting an example. Ngayon, pagdating ng assessment ng officer, kailangan since 80,000 tapos naka 10,000 lang yung notice of assessment nila, dapat mayroon silang 70K from their checking or savings para ma-fulfill at ma-satisfy yung income requirement ng ESDC to get an LMIA. Kasi when we talk about LMIA, they are trying to hire a foreign national. Of course, we're not applying for LMIA if you are hiring a permanent resident or Canadian. They are applying for LMIA kasi i-assess yan ng ESDC talaga ba na wala silang nakitang Canadian at permanent resident. The reason why we need to go through job bank, we need to go through advertisement to reach out those underrepresented group at saka Canadian at permanent resident. And that has to be advertised within the 8 weeks period para makapag-apply na ng LMIA. You can never apply an LMIA without a advertisement from the job bank for at least 8 weeks, reaching out the underrepresented group, which is youth, indigenous people, at saka yung mga baguhang Canadian at permanent resident. Masalimutang process para sa LMIA, support the foreign nationals who wants to extend, who wants to restore, who wants to change their status, nakagaya mo. But, etong masasabi ko sa inyong lahat, wala kayong ibang choice. It is placed in the system, in the policy ng ating federal government and also provincial government na in order for all of you to extend your status, you always need to have that positive LMIA. Say, ang inyong status is September, when you apply before that, automatically sa immigration system may mag-generate ng PDF file na a temporary work permit extension for at least 1 year. Makikita mo yun. The good thing is that sa inyo, sa Alberta ka, di ba?
Opo.
Okay. And in Ontario, napansin ko nowadays, when they get an application for work permit extension, nag-generate yun ng AOR, temporary work permit na 1 year. So for example, I submitted today, June 27, 2026, mabibigyan ka ng temporary June 27, 2027. However, kung dumating at lumabas na yung result ng pang-permanent assessment ng work permit extension, then yun ang nasusunod. Pag pinakita mo yan sa health insurance mo, ini-extend nila ng another 1 year. So that's the good thing. So at least, safe ka sa extension ng student permit ng anak mo, safe ka rin sa extension mo, pwede ka pa rin mag-work, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yan. Kasi nga, sabi ko nga sa'yo, the rule is, when you apply before the expiration of your work permit, whatever the status that you have had before, nakalagay doon, yun nakalagay sa AOR, you can still work. Ibig sabihin, whatever the old work permit mo, old status mo, yun pa rin hanggang, yun ang word, hanggang sa lumabas yung result.
Okay po.
So, maraming benefit in order for you to apply for work permit before the expiration of your status or of your work permit. Diba? Dami. Makaka-extend ka ng health insurance mo. As what I've said, you have to check yun sa province nyo. And then pangalawa is makakapagpatuloy ng pag-aaral ang anak mo at ikaw din makakapagpatuloy ka ng trabaho mo. So during that time, at least nakakapag-save up ka pa whatever comes in. And I'm really hoping that it will gonna come through with that LMIA, mag-reconcile sila, and then eventually makumpleto mo yung requirements to apply for an extension, which is LMIA. You're not applying for an extension because you are PGWP. You are applying for an extension because you have that LMIA. Kasi PGWP nga, as you know, one-time approval lang yan. One-time work permit lang yan. There's no extension unless na mayroong bagong policy. But I wish I could advise everyone na mag-aral ulit after getting that PGWP, after losing that status. Think about this. Mag-aaral ka, makakakuha ka nga ng permit mo, 24 hours habang nag-aaral ka. But, loy ang pag-aaral mo. So, ibig sabihin, kompletohin mo. You're not just applying for a student permit just to extend. You are applying for a student permit because you want to pursue and finish the program. If you are not pursuing and finishing it, you are violating the rule. International student. I don't recommend, but it is an option. But if somebody is showing you interest na tulungan kang mag-apply ng LMIA sponsorship, definitely you take advantage of that. Kaya nga, whenever I say, maswerte yung mga may kaibigan, may employer, may kamag-anak na magbibigay sa kanila ng LMIA, dahil sila yung makakapag-save dito sa kagaya ninyong mga foreign national or foreign workers kasi may extend yung status nyo. Without an LMIA, pag PGWP ka man, open permit, or kahit na closed permit, hindi ka talaga makakapag-extend. So, LMIA pa rin. Kaya, are lucky when you have that kind of LMIA. LMIA is the saving grace of every foreign national like you. Hanggang sa makakuha ka na ng opportunity to apply for, let's say, permanent residency, makakapag-bridging open work permit ka na, then you stop that LMIA. Kasi nga, mayroon ka ng bridging open work permit, mayroon ka ng PR pathway, and once you get that open permit, you don't need LMIA. Then makakapag-extend ka na habang hinihintay mo yung PR mo. Now, honestly, madugo ang labanan sa PR. Ang hirap kunin yung PR, but don't lose your hope, okay? Kasi bukas makalawa, mag-change na naman ang rule. But as we speak, pahirapan na makuha ang PR.